She's gone. God.
You won't escape!
Where'd she go? Start the hunt. Track her down. All right.
Hey guys, just watched the Romulus trailer. Figured I'd give you my thoughts and opinions so far just based on the trailer. Look, it starts out in seemingly a colony atmosphere colonizer setting, which I quite like. It's a good setting, particularly with all the rain and everything. It's a good horror movie setting. But then, okay, the next thing is female lead. Okay, female narcissism influence starting to shine through. Okay, we'll give it a pass since like all the Alien movies pretty much have a female lead. The next thing you notice about the trailer is it obviously has black representation, so like, okay, the woke diversity quota is getting fulfilled. Okay, 2 of the 3 things in the first 10 seconds of the trailer are woke. I do dig the director. I did enjoy... Is enjoy the right word? Liked Evil Dead and Don't Breathe. Yeah, not sure if liked's the right word either. Because like one of them's torture porn and the other one, you know, turkey basting impregnation. So, respected? Not sure. Respect the director. He's a good storyteller, I guess. And like the next thing you notice about the trailer after that though is, okay, they've got a Chinese, that's another tick for the diversity quota. The Chinese person dies though, so we'll only give that like half a tick. Then after that they've got like seemingly water, which is like reminiscent of Alien Resurrection. Don't know why you would have water on a spaceship. If it's like a submarine or whatever, that's cool. If it's like a flooded colony, I guess that's fine as well. Like, the next thing you notice about the trailer though is, aren't they showing a bit much? They're showing like a bunch of the set pieces and action, and there already appears to be too much action, and that's even assuming it's long as fuck, like some of the other ones were. Shouldn't there be like more mystery? Like more, you know, discovering of a crime scene that they kind of got away with, sort of like Dog Soldiers, you know, where it sort of gradually draws them in. They're in an exercise, okay, character development around a campfire. Cow flies off a cliff and lands near him. They investigate the cow, and it stumble upon the massacre of the special forces guys that were using them as bait. Like, that's perfect. It's like slow, suspenseful, it's got setup. Like, this just seems to lack suspense, lack build-up. Like, there's too much action in the trailer. Look, I think I'll speak for all of us when I say we want a more traditional, slower, like, setup, build-up. We want slow build, we want to, you know, take the time. We want, like, sort of like Alien 1, like an investigation of an unknown signal leads to a derelict. The derelict, like, appears to be dead, like, no action yet, even. You got character building on the way there. You've got the slow investigation of the derelict. Everything's like mystery and question at this point. Everything seems dead in the derelict. And then Kane finds the egg. The egg is weird. And then you got, like, what, 4 frames of actual attack by the alien? And then the alien's just on his face. And then, like, the rest of it, they're out of the derelict. That's it. Like, this looks like it's got so much action in it. And what? The original Alien, that, like, opening 20 minutes has 4 frames of actual alien attack. And, like, the rest of it's just pure slow build-up. Like, even compared to, like, Alien 2, like, Alien 2, like, the opening 20 minutes of that's, like, all build-up too. It starts mainly with the suggestion of an attack when Newt's family, like, investigates the derelict, and then the mother comes back and the father's got the facehugger on him, and then, like, after that you don't hear anything else about it. It's more suggestion that the colony got absolutely, like, macked. And then you got, 20 minutes of, like, likeable character building with bloody Bill Paxton and all the other Marines and everything, the tomboy and everything like that. Then you've got the very slow, like, crime scene mystery investigation of the empty colonist station with, like, all the burnt through floors and a couple of facehuggers in tubes and stuff. Like, oh, that's great. That's absolutely brilliant. Then they find the hive and then they get completely cut off, like, beat to shit. They have their air superiority, like, ambushed and taken out. And, like, okay, and then they're in the problem. And then it, like, slows down again after that. And, like, then there's not much action for a bit. And then it starts to build up again. Like, you need the build-up. You need the suspense. Like, it just seems so shallow and superficial these days. Like, it's missing, like, a soul. Like, the originals just had so much more. Like, in my opinion, that trailer's not good, right? It's got, like, 4 out of 5 things in it are, like, woke and diversity and race Marxist, you know, shit. Representation shit. Just to make sure they've got all their, I don't know, demographics covered, got all their, you know, diversity quotas and everything covered. And, like, that in itself is just shallow. You're already telling me you're not telling an authentic story. You've already subverted your story to, you know, shit politics. Like, it's at that point you've already subverted it to the propaganda of bloody race and queer theory Marxism and all that sort of shit. So, like, already I've lost respect for the story. And then after that, assuming that there is decent build-up in the movie, which I don't think you can assume from this trailer, you've shown us all the highlights, all the set pieces of your movie with the aliens and shit running around, jumping on people's faces and stuff. Like, and that's assuming, you know, they haven't gone overboard with that, and they've, you know, overdone that, and that's just gonna be, it's gonna be like a Transformers movie where you're just completely overwhelmed by shit the entire time, and you're just tired by the end of the movie. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, Alien Covenant wasn't too bad, but like it had some weird shit in it, but it had some cool shit in it. Fair enough. It had decent build up when they're investigating like the engineer planet that got massacred, and there's like, yeah, like that was all fine. That was good, but like the cracks in the wall were there. You could tell where it was going. Yeah. Like, I didn't even talk about the end of the trailer where it has the homage to Alien 3. My thoughts on Alien 3. Alien 3 is trash. It's complete trash. Like, if the first is considered like a science fiction horror slasher, because the alien basically stalks around the ship killing people, Alien 3, like, the science fiction aspects of that barely shine through, and it just comes across as like a weird, unlikable slasher. Like, you don't really like any of the convicts in the prison, because they're all like rapists and murderers and stuff. Like, the movie tells you this. Ripley herself's pretty unlikable. Charles Dance is kind of likable, but also you don't really give a shit about him. And then there's like a weird love story, and that kind of spits on Hicks a bit, because like Ripley's just like, alright, he's dead, moving on. And like, yeah, just not a fan of Alien 3, but like, okay, they've homaged Alien 3 in the trailer, which is like the worst alien you can homage. I don't know why they would be aiming at that. Like, this is no, like, offense to Fincher, who made Alien 3, either. Like, he was walking in on, like, a shit schizophrenic mess, from what I've heard of it. And, like, it kind of comes across as that. Like, it started with a pretty weak script. Like, you're gonna have to have some charismatic actors to make the characters in a rapist and murderer prison colony likable. Like, I don't know why they would like go for that. Like, okay, you could have made it a prison colony, you could have added political prisoners in the colony, then you would have had some likable characters, then there would have been stakes for when the alien started killing people. Instead, you've only got Ripley, and she's kind of unlikable in this one, and she shaves her head for some reason. I don't know what they were going for with Alien 3, but okay. They're honouring Alien 3 in this one for some reason. And of course it has like stereotypical trailer shit in it, like run, the feedback reverb sound, stopping and starting music, all that sort of thing. Yeah, it doesn't look that good, but like that's just a cold read from the trailer. Like, Covenant was fine, that was like 6.5, 7 out of 10. I didn't mind Alien Covenant, had some cool weird shit in it. But this one, it's looking pretty shallowy and superficial. Yeah, I don't know. Like, hopefully it turns out well. But like, judging from that trailer, like, oof. Yeah, that looks like a nothing. Like, superficial as fuck, not a story worth telling. Purely there for the special effects. Yeah, like, it'd be nice to have some, structure to it. I don't know what's happening with movies these days. Like, there are still good movies being made, but just the traditional story arcs are being completely subverted for some reason and just thrown to the wolves. It's all about the image and look of the movie. And look, it has some cool stuff with the shadows and that, but the shadows are only useful if you're using them for suspense, and they're not being used for suspense here. They're being used for the superficial image of suspense rather than the theme of suspense, if you know what I mean. And look, that's another thing. What type of movie did they want to make here? Did they want to make more of a thriller, action thriller like Alien 2 was, with, you know, really good suspense build-up? Or do they want to make a slow burn slasher like the first, slow burn science fiction slasher like the first Alien was? Like, both of those are different things. Both of those are nearly the best at what they do. But this one appears to be like a shallow slasher with a bunch of action in it without committing to being an action thriller. So it's going to probably wind up being sort of torture porny rather than, you know, the traditional slasher structure. Like, the best slashers are like Halloween, where most of it's about, you know, Michael stalking and the suspense. It's not about the kills. Like, only the worst sequel slashers that followed that are about the kills. And even the best of the goofy, super gory slashers, the best of them are the goofy ones, like Jason Lives, which are fun to watch. They're not the ones that are, like, unpleasant to watch. Like, then it just devolves into, you know, torture porn shit. And it's just, you know, trying to show you gross shit, basically, rather than telling a story, having, you know, likable, enjoyable characters, that sort of thing. It's just kind of nothing. And look, if this movie's going for just showing you some memorable piece of gore that sticks in your mind, it's not going to succeed at that. There's already been like a ton of horrible exploitation shit movies that have already shown like horrible images that'll stick with your mind way more than anything this half-committed summer horror movie will be able to do, right? It's not going to be able to traumatize you enough to compete with the other ones. And by the looks of its tone, it's not going to be fun enough to be enjoyable. So, like, what kind of space is it trying to occupy here? Like, it's not really committing to a tone. And, like, it's not even original there either. It's a sequel to a, you know, a beloved IP that's best. Let's face it, its best days are definitely behind it. Yeah. Well, what are they doing? Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to be a movie made by a committee with a bunch of different ideas and not committing to a tone, not committing to a theme, not committing to themes, not committing to a genre properly. And I think it's gonna be pretty bad because of that, unfortunately. I'll give it a chance. Alien Covenant had enough cool shit in it, like I said before. But yeah. This one is... It's looking rough to start with.
We're under attack! Okay. Okay.
She's gone.
Shit.
Behind you!
Man. Okay.
No! She went into the alley! Monster!
God damn.
I know you're out there! Caught you, wolf! Run, Frank!
Just shut up.
No sign of us. Scour the area. Don't let her slip away.
All right. God.
You won't escape!
Okay.
I'll find you, wretch!
God.
You're not leaving this place!
Get away! She's gone into that building! Where'd she go? Start the hunt. Track her down. All right. You better run!